Roland gets in at 11:27. Very stop.
Our last maiden pleasure, watching trains go by.
5 years ago, the Goodrun and the Racing Roland all stopped in Gullham. And the Diplomat. And the Lorelei. All famous express trains.
World famous. No, not even the commuting trains stop. Just 2 from Capigan and the 113 from Calverstadt.
Ruined.
The Wagner factory gone crash.
Oh, Bachmann bankrupt. The foundry on Sunshine Square shut down. Living on the dole.
On poor relief soup.
Living. Vegetating.
And rotting to death.
The entire township.
It's more than time that billionaires got here. They say she founded a hospital in Calverstadt.
And a kindergarten in Capigan. And a memorial church in the capital.
She had Zimt do her portrait, that naturalistic dauber.
She and her money. She owns Armenian Oil, Western Railways, the North Broadcasting Company, and the Hong Kong Amusement District.
The Diplomat.
We were a city of the arts then.
One of the foremost in the land. In Europe.
Goethe spent a night here, and the Golden Apostle.
Brahms composed a quartet here.
Bertolt Schwartz invented gunpowder here.
And I was a brilliant student at the Echo des Beaux Arts School. And what am I doing here now? Sign painting.
No, the bailiff.
Going to distrain on the town hall.
We're even ruined politically.
Stand clear! Stand clear! Oh, the Gästebahn will be arriving on the 113 commuter from Calverstadt.
We'll have the mixed choir singing, the youth club, and the fire bell ringing. It hasn't been formed.
We will have the town band playing in the market square, and we will have the athletics club honor the millionaires with a pyramid. And then a meal at the Golden Apostle. Unfortunately, finances can't be stretched to illuminating the town hall for the evening, or the cathedral.
Good morning, Mr. Mayor. Very good morning to you.
Hi, Frau Goltz. What are you doing here?
You know my mission, Mr. Mayor? It's a colossal undertaking I'm faced with. The students tried to strain our entire town.
Oh, you won't find anything in that town hall apart from one old typewriter.
I think you're forgetting something, Mr. Mayor. The Girl History Museum.
Gone. 3 years ago. Sold it to America. Our corpus is empty. Not a single soul pays taxes.
Has to be investigated. The country's booming. And Gullen has the Sunshine Foundry. But Gullen goes bankrupt.
Against the real economic enigma.
The all things of Freemasons plot conspired by the Jews.
Backed by high finance.
International communism showing its colours.
I always find something. I've got eyes, I can't. Think take a look at the treasury.
Better let him plunder us first. Not after the millionaire's visit.
You know, Mr. Mayor, that won't do. This banner's too familiar. It ought to read, Welcome Claire Zakanassian.
But she's Clary.
She was educated here.
Her dad was a builder. Okay, so I'll write Welcome Claire Zakanassian on the back. And if the millionaire seems touched, then we can just show her the front.
It's the speculator, Zurikander.
Always on time. You can set your watch by it.
Tell me, who's allowed to watch in this place?
Oh, gentlemen, the billionaires is our only hope.
Apart from God.
Apart from God.
But God won't pay.
You used to be a friend of hers, Eel. So now, it's down to you.
But their ways parted. I heard some story about it. Have you no confession to make to your lord?
We were the best of friends, young and hot-headed. I used to be a bit of a lad gentleman, 45 years ago now. And she, Clara, I can see her still, coming towards me through the shadows in Peterson's barn, all aglow, or walking barefoot in the comrade's village wood, over the moss and the leaves, her red hair streaming out, slim and supple as a willow, and tender. What a devilish, beautiful little witch. Life tore us apart, ladies and gentlemen. Life, that's the way it is.
Oh, I ought to have a few details about Madame Zaccanassi for my little after-dinner speech at the Golden Apostle.
I've been going through the old school reports.
Huh?
Clara Vacher's marks, I'm sorry to say, were appalling. So was her conduct. She only passed in botany and zoology.
Botany and zoology. A pass. Oh, that is good.
I can help you here, Mr. Mayor. Clara loved justice,
Oh.
most decidedly. Once, when they took a beggar away, she flung stones at the police.
Oh, yeah, for love of justice, I must absolutely bring that in.
She was generous too. Everything she had, she shared. She stole potatoes once for an old widow woman.
Sense of generosity. I absolutely must bring that in. It's the crucial point. Does anyone remember that building her father built? No? No one? Well, looks like I'm all set for my part. The rest is down to you here.
I know. Zaccanassi has to cough up her millions.
Billions! The idea precisely.
But it won't help us if she only founds a nursery.
My dear Eel, you've been the most popular citizen in England for a long while now, and, well, in the spring I should be retiring, and we've sounded out the opposition, and, well, decided to nominate you as my successor.
Oh, but Mr. Mayor.
I can confirm that.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, please, back to business. First of all, I'll tell Clara all about our wretched plight.
But do be careful. Do be tactful.
Oh, we've got to be clever, psychologically acute. If we make a fiasco of the welcome at the station, we could easily wreck everything else. You won't bring it off by relying on the municipal band or the mixed choir.
Eel's right there. Let me one of those decisive moments. Oh, Madame Zaccanassi steps foot on her native soil, and she is home again. How moved she is. There are tears in her eyes. Oh, see familiar faces. Oh, see familiar places. Not that I'll be standing here like this in my shirt sleeves. I'll be wearing my formal black and top hat with my wife beside me and my 2 grandchildren in front of me, all in white, wearing roses. Oh my God, it only goes according to plan. Shines.
Is the license moved?
Penny Stockholm 11:27. 11:27? We still have 2 hours to get suitably dressed.
Corn! Hauser! Hoist the milk and Claire Zaccanassi and butter, and you others better start bathing your hands, but please. No falling like last year's government mission. It hardly impressed us at all, and so far we have no subsidies, none. The mood you want is inward. Oh, almost a tearful sympathy for a child you have lost, but then found again. Oh, be sincere, be relaxed, but most of all, time it well. The instant the choir stops singing, sound the fire alarm and look out! Express!
It's stopping!
Good as that lousy.
That's poverty-stricken!
There's a lot done on it, then it's stopping.
999! It is against the laws of nature that basic fallen not to materialize the electro bend. Raw Bugon and dwindle into dot overbooking me Barry and vanish. It is an outrage! Outrage! You brood and you evil people! Scheiße! Scheiße!
Is it Bullen?
Madame, you pulled the emergency brake.
I always pull the emergency brake.
I protest vigorously. No one ever pulls the emergency brake, not even in the case of an emergency. Our first due is to a timetable. Will you kindly give me an explanation, please?
It is Bullen, Moby. I recognize the wretched thumb. That's Conrad's village wood, yonder, with a stream you can fish, pike and trout. And that roof over there on the right is Peterson's barn.
Clara.
Madame Zaccanassi.
Madame Zaccanassi.
The choir in the youth club already.
The athletics club, the fire brigade,
The sexton.
my for God's sake, my top hat, my grandchildren.
Clearly Bosch is here! Clearly Bosch is here!
Don't forget my bar.
explanation. For your information, I represent railway management.
You're a simpleton. I want to pay this little town a visit. What do you expect me to do? Hop off your express train?
You stopped the racing rolling just because you wanted to visit Gullen.
Of course.
Madame, should you desire to visit Gullen, the 1240 commuter from Culverstraat is at your service. Please use it like other people arrival in Gullen 1:13 p.m.
You mean the ordinary passenger? The one that stops in Lopen, Bruggenville, Beisenbach, and Lithenu? Are you really truly asking me to go puffing around this countryside for half an hour?
Madame, you'll pay for this dearly.
Bobby, give him 10,000.
Madame?
And 30,000 for the railway widow's fund.
Madame, no such fund exists.
Then found one.
Oh, no. Madame is Madame Claire Zaganassi. Oh, it's different. Oh, blooming hell, it's different in that case, yeah. If we've only had the faintest notion, oh, here's your money back, 40,000, my God.
Keep it is nothing.
Will you require the racing Roland to wait? If I know the railway management, and I think I do, I know they'll be almost glad to wait. Their cathedral portals are well worth a look. Gothic with the Last Judgment.
Will you and your express train get the hell out of here?
But the press, Poppy, the press haven't gone off yet. They're still dining in front of the saloon.
Let them dine, Moby, let them dine. I can't use the press and go. Yeah, but they'll come back later on, don't worry.
Stands clear. I do trust you won't complain to railway management. After all, it was a complete misunderstanding. Okay. Off we go, boys. Choo-choo.
Oh, Madam Zakadassian, as Mayor of Gullen, I would like to welcome you as a child of our native town.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, for your fine speech.
Clara?
Alfred?
It's nice you come.
I'd always planned to. All my life, ever since I left Gullen.
It's sweet of you.
They were wonderful, those days we used to spend together.
They sure were. See, Professor, I've got to bring them back.
Call me what you always used to call me.
Ah, my little wildcat.
Purr, and what else?
My little sorceress.
I used to call you my Black Panther.
No, I still am.
Rubbish, you've gone fat and grey and drink sodden.
But you're still the same, aren't you?
Don't be daft. I've grown old and fat as well. And lost my left leg. Oh, an automobile accident. Now I only travel in express trains. But they made a splendid job of the artificial one. Don't you think? It bends very well.
Well, I'd never have noticed it, but...
Would you like to meet my seventh husband, Alfred? Tobacco plantations. We're very happily married.
But by all means.
Come and Moby. Come and make your bow. As a matter of fact, his name's Pedro, but Moby is much nicer. In any case, it goes better with Bobby. That's the butler's name. And you'll get your butlers for life. So husbands have to be christened accordingly. Now, I'm going to have a look around Gullen. My father built this public convenience. Good work. Painstakingly executed. When I was a child, I used to spend hours on that roof, spitting, but only on the gems.
Madam Zakanassian, as headmaster of Gullen College and lover of the noblest muse, may I take the liberty of offering you a homely folk song rendered by the mixed choir and the youth club.
Far away, schoolmaster. Let's hear your homely folk song.
Bonjour. Police Inspector Honky at your service.
Thank you. I shan't want to arrest anybody, but Gollum may need you soon. Can you learn to wink a blind eye from things to time?
Sure I can, madame. Where would I be in Golen if I couldn't?
Start learning to wink them both.
Oh, it's just like Clara. Just like my little wildcat.
Oh, my grandchildren, Madam Hermione and Adolphina. Oh, my wife is the only one not present.
Congratulations on your kids, Mr. Mayor.
Oh, Mother Superior, Madam.
Ah, Zinan! Do you comfort the dying?
I do what I can, madam.
People who think and then do that as well.
The death sentence has been abolished in this country, madam.
It may be reintroduced.
Oh, really, my little wildcat? You crack the wildest jokes.
Now, I want to go into town. What's all this, Mr. Mayor? I don't go hiking around on my artificial leg.
Immediately, madam. The doctor on the car. It's a Mercedes, 1932 model.
Oui, I'll see to it, Mr. Mayor, let the car commandeered and driven round.
That won't be necessary. Since my accident, I only go about in sedan chairs. Robbie, Toby, come here. Two gangsters from Manhattan. They were on their way to Sing Sing, to the electric chair. I petitioned for them to be freed as sedan bearers. Cost me $1 million per petition. The sedan chair came from the Louvre. A gift from the French president. Oh, such a nice man. He looks exactly like his pictures in the newspapers. Robbie, Toby, take me into town.
Yes, Mom.
But first of all, to the Peterson's barn, and then to the Conrad's village wood. I want to take Alfred to visit our old trysting places. In the meanwhile, have the luggage and the coffin put in the Golden Apostle.
Coffin?
Yes, I brought the coffin with me. I may need it.
At last, the fire bell. Oh.
We're in Gullin.
We can smell it.
We can smell it in the air. In the Gullin now.
And where might you be?
We belong to the old lady. We belong to the old lady. She calls us Chloe. Chloe.
Madame Zakanessienne is staying at the Golden Apostle.
We're blind. We're blind.
Blind. Okay, I'll take you there in duplicate.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Peter.
Thank you very much.
If you're blind, how did you know I was a policeman, eh?
By your tone of voice. Your tone of voice. All the policemen have the same tone of voice.
Ugh, you bad little men seem to have been a problem with the police, eh?
Men? He thinks we're men.
Then what the hell are you?
You'll soon see. You'll soon see.
Well, you seem pretty cheerful about it.
We get steak and ham every day. Every day.
I'd get up and dance for that too. Come, give me your hands. Funny kind of umer these foreigners have.
After Bobby and Moby.
After Toby and Ruby.
Cases and still more cases. Mountains of them in a while ago. They came in this cage. There was a panther in it. A black wild animal.
You know, she had that coffin put in a special spare room. Curious.
Famous women and their films and fancies.
She seems to want to stay here quite a while.
So much the better. Il has her in the bag. He was calling her his little wildcat and little sorceress a while ago. He'll get billions out of her. Oh, her health, Professor. And may Claire Zakanassian restore the Bachman business.
And the Wagner factory.
Oh, and the foundry on Sunshine Square. If they boom, we all boom. Oh, my community, your college, and the standard of living. Prost!
I have been correcting Roman school children's Latin and Greek exercises for more than 2 decades.
Fine.
Mr. Mayor, let me tell you, sir, I only learned what horror is 1 hour ago. That old lady in black robes getting off that train was a gruesome vision. Like one of the fates, she put me in mind of an avenging Greek goddess. Her name shouldn't be Claire. Her name shouldn't be Claire. It should be Clotho. I could suspect her of spinning destiny's webs herself.
Oh, bonjour.
Spectre! Pull up a chair!
Not much fun patrolling in this dump, but maybe it'll rise from the ashes. I've been to that Peterson's barn with the millionaires and that shopkeeper ill. I witnessed the moving scene. Both parties maintained a meditative pause, as in church. I was embarrassed. I therefore did not follow them to Conrad's village wood. That was some procession. First the sit-down chair, then ill walking beside it, then the butler, and then the 7th husband last with the fishing rod.
That conspicuous consumption of husbands. She's a second lace.
We and those 2 little fat men, the devil knows what it all means.
Sinister. And a scent from the infernal regions.
I wonder what they are up to in Conrad's village wood.
The same as in Peterson's barn, Mr. Mayor. They're calling in on places where their passion used to burn.
Play, remember Shakespeare. Romeo and Juliet. Gentlemen, I'm stirred. I sense the grandeur of antiquity in them, and I've never sensed it here before.
Ladies and gentlemen, we must raise a special toast to Eel, a man who's doing all a man can do to better our lot, to our most popular citizen, and to my successor, Sandvol.
Post.
We have trees. We have pine and spruce.
We are beech and dark green fir, lichen moss and climbing ivy.
Undergrowth and lair of fox.
Drifting cloud and cooler bird.
We are the woodland wilderness, toadstool and timid deer.
Undergrowth and lair of fox with rustling leaves and bygone dreams.
It is the Conrad's village wood. Roby, Toby, stop a moment.
Stop raving, Toby. Stop raving, raving.
There's the heart with our names went out there. Almost faded away and grown apart. And the trees grown. The trunk and branches have thickened the way we have ourselves. A woodland bower. It's a long time since I last walked these woods, frolicking in the foliage and the purple ivy.